One's energy attracts more than one might think. Your aura might be under siege, not from the world you see, but from the energy you don't. Spiritual attacks are a concept that, for many, may echo the tales of ancient mystics or the plots of fantastical narratives. Yet, in our lives, these invisible forces wield a power, subtle yet profound, influencing the unseen battleground of our spiritual well-being. In today's discourse, we delve into the esoteric realms of spiritual warfare, unearthing the 6 symptoms you're under a spiritual attack and how to fight back, alongside the intriguing question of why your aura attracts negative energy and how to protect yourself. This journey is not one of fear, but of enlightenment, as we navigate through the signs that signal our energies being besieged by forces beyond our immediate perception. Why do some of us become magnets for such disturbances? Is it a mere coincidence, or are there deeper, unseen laws at play within the universe's vast expanse? And more importantly, how do we reclaim our power, ensuring our aura is not just a beacon for these forces, but a fortress of resilience and protection? Recognizing these symptoms early on becomes crucial, as the line between everyday stress and spiritual disturbance blurs, revealing a battle not only for our peace, but also for the sanctity of our essence. From energy vampires lurking in the shadows of our daily interactions to psychic attacks veiled within the realms of our subconscious, the spectrum of spiritual attacks is as varied as it is enigmatic. And while these perspectives draw from spiritual and cultural traditions, it's important to approach them holistically and as complementary insights, not as substitutes for professional advice or scientifically grounded practices. As we embark on this exploration, our quest is one of understanding, seeking not just to identify these spiritual ailments, but to arm ourselves with the knowledge and tools to fortify our spiritual defenses. Symptom number 1: unexplained fatigue. Have you ever awakened feeling as if the weight of an unseen world lies upon your chest? This isn't just the weariness from a long day's work, but a profound, unexplained fatigue that seeps into the very marrow of your bones. It's as if your life force has been siphoned away, leaving you drained, listless, in a state of spiritual exhaustion. But what if I told you this could be a sign of a spiritual attack? A clear signal that your energy is under siege. In the realms of esoteric and spiritual teachings, energy is not just a mere commodity, but the very currency of our existence. Yet, how do we differentiate between mere physical tiredness and a fatigue that's spiritual in nature? In addition to the symptoms, the cause of the problem is actually a disruption in the balance between our material and spiritual selves, which manifests as subtle alterations in our energy field. Ancient wisdom from cultures across the globe speaks of spiritual fatigue as a common symptom of psychic attacks. These teachings suggest that our auras, the invisible energy fields that surround us, interact constantly with the energies of the world around us. But when these interactions turn malignant, when negative energies latch onto our aura, they begin to drain us, much like energy vampires of lore. According to specific teachings, such as those found in Tibetan Buddhism and shamanic practices, the concept of energy drain is not uncommon. These traditions offer detailed explanations on how external negative energies can impact an individual's aura. The concept of energy vampires isn't merely metaphorical, but a stark representation of those individuals or entities that feed on our spiritual vitality. It's worth noting that the depiction of energy vampires and psychic attacks, while prevalent in esoteric literature, should still be mainly understood metaphorically or within the specific belief systems that describe them. These narratives offer a symbolic framework for understanding interpersonal dynamics and self-protection. It's crucial, then, to recognize not only the external sources of such drains, but also the internal conditions that make us susceptible. Perhaps it's our unresolved traumas, fears, or even the daily stressors that leave cracks in our energetic armor, inviting these forces in. But how does one shield themselves from such attacks? The first step is awareness, recognizing that what you're experiencing transcends physical tiredness. Grounding techniques such as meditation, walking barefoot on the earth, or even engaging in simple mindfulness practices can help replenish our depleted energies. These methods not only connect us back to the earth's nurturing energies, but also act as a protective shield against further psychic intrusions. Engaging in regular energetic hygiene practices like visualizing protective barriers or cleansing baths can further fortify our defenses, ensuring our spirit's resilience against these unseen adversaries. In understanding the interplay between our energy and the world, we open the door to not just combating spiritual fatigue, but to thriving, armored with the wisdom of the ancients and the strength of our renewed spirit. Symptom number 2, clouded judgment. Clarity serves as a lighthouse to help us navigate the maze-like interior of our minds, where ideas and choices intertwine to create our reality. But what happens when this beacon dims, shrouded by an inexplicable fog? Clouded judgment, a symptom often overlooked, yet potentially indicative of a spiritual attack. It's as though an unseen hand veils our inner compass, leading us astray, distorting our intuition and muddling our decisions. Why, you might wonder, does this phenomenon besiege us? Could it be a mere distraction? Or are there deeper, more esoteric forces at play? The psychology of spiritual disturbances offers an intriguing perspective, suggesting that our mental and spiritual realms are intrinsically linked. Just as a spider senses the slightest vibration on its web, so too can our psyche detect the subtle disturbances within our spiritual domain. These disturbances can stem from negative energies or entities that seek to disrupt our spiritual equilibrium, casting shadows over our cognitive clarity. This dissonance between our thoughts and spiritual well-being can manifest in various ways, from decision-making paralysis to a relentless second-guessing of our own instincts. It can feel as if our inner guidance system, once a source of unwavering direction, now leads us through a maze of uncertainty and confusion. Though spiritual attacks are a perspective to consider, it's wise to view our mental fog through multiple lenses, both spiritual and psychological. This balanced approach helps us navigate our inner mazes with clarity. But how can one safeguard their judgment against such elusive threats? To fortify one's judgment against the ethereal threats that cloud our minds, we can implement a diversity of strategies beyond the familiar shores of meditation and mindfulness. Embracing the arts, be it through painting, writing, or music, can serve as a powerful conduit for clarity. These creative endeavors allow us to externalize the internal chaos, transforming it into something tangible and, in the process, clearing the fog that obscures our mental landscape. Likewise, engaging in physical activity, such as yoga or even a brisk walk in nature, can act as a dynamic form of meditation, syncing our body and mind to the rhythm of our breath and steps. This physical engagement offers a dual benefit. It not only grounds us, but also sharpens our mental acuity, carving a path through the confusion. In dedicating ourselves to these varied practices, we cultivate a multifaceted approach to maintaining clarity, enabling us to navigate life's complexities with a keen, undisturbed judgment where decisions flow from a place of inner peace and alignment with our deepest truths. Symptom number 3, emotional swings. Imagine navigating a sea where calm waters suddenly turn tempestuous without warning or visible cause. This metaphor aptly describes the phenomenon of emotional swings, where one's inner emotional state fluctuates wildly, often without apparent reason. Such inexplicable changes can leave us feeling unmoored, questioning the stability of our own minds. But could these sudden emotional tempests be symptomatic of a spiritual attack? A disruption not just in our mental, but in our energetic equilibrium. Emotional energy, much like the physical energy that powers our bodies, is susceptible to external influences. This energy, which flows through and around us, connects us to the wider cosmos, making us receptive to the energies that surround us. When negative energies encroach upon our aura, they can cause disturbances in this delicate balance, manifesting as sudden surges of emotion, from inexplicable sadness to unwarranted anger or anxiety. So the question is, how do we differentiate between naturally occurring emotional responses and those triggered by spiritual intrusions? The ancients understood the dance of emotional energies within us, suggesting that harmony can be found through varied avenues of self-exploration and connection. Engaging in physical activities, such as dance or sports, can serve as powerful tools for emotional regulation. These activities allow us to physically manifest and process our emotions, providing an outlet for expression and release that goes beyond traditional sitting practices. In the quest for emotional balance, turning to artistic endeavors like writing, painting, or music offers a reflective mirror for our feelings, allowing us to externalize and understand them in a tangible form. This creative expression can be a key to unlocking emotional insights, providing a cathartic experience that aids in emotional equilibrium. We can also strengthen our emotional resilience by building connections and sharing experiences with a caring community. The act of sharing and listening creates a mutual exchange of strength and understanding, reinforcing our emotional defenses. Through these communal connections, we cultivate a sense of belonging and support that grounds us, enabling us to navigate life's emotional upheavals with a collective strength and wisdom. Symptom number 4, disturbed sleep. When the veil between the physical and the spiritual thins at night, our rest becomes more than just a time for physical rejuvenation. It becomes a battleground for unseen forces. Disturbed sleep, marked by restlessness, nightmares, or waking up feeling drained, can often be a sign of spiritual attacks. These nocturnal disruptions are not just physical symptoms, but whispers from our subconscious, alerting us to the spiritual turmoil that brews beneath. Dreams, those mysterious narratives of the night, play a pivotal role in our spiritual awareness. Across cultures, dreams have been revered as messages from the divine, windows into the ether, offering insights and warnings. Understanding our dreams, deciphering their symbols and messages, can be our first line of defense against spiritual attacks. By paying attention to the recurring themes or feelings in our dreams, we can begin to identify and address the spiritual disturbances that disrupt our rest. To foster a sanctuary of peace and protection for our sleep, integrating energetic hygiene into our nightly routine is essential. This can involve practices such as smudging our sleeping area with sage or palo santo to cleanse the space of negative energy, or placing protective crystals like amethyst or black tourmaline by our bedside. These acts of spiritual cleansing create a barrier against intrusive energies, setting the stage for a restful night. Moreover, developing a bedtime ritual that focuses on spiritual protection can significantly enhance our sleep quality. This ritual might include meditative prayers or affirmations designed to shield our spirit, or visualizing a protective light surrounding us as we sleep. Such practices not only calm the mind, but also fortify our spiritual defenses, ensuring our rest is both peaceful and invigorating. Remember, disturbed sleep can have many roots. Beyond the spiritual, think health or stress. A well-rounded approach is key. By understanding the spiritual dimensions of sleep and equipping ourselves with tools for protection and cleansing, we can transform our nights into a time of true rest and renewal. Embracing these practices, we open ourselves to more profound, restorative sleep, shielded from the disruptions of spiritual attacks. Symptom number 5, attraction to negativity. Navigating through the subtle energies that swirl around us, we might notice an odd pattern. In moments of spiritual vulnerability, our beings seem to unwittingly gravitate towards negative forces. Imagine our aura, a vibrant shield that wraps our essence, unwittingly attracting the very energies that sap its strength. This magnetism towards negativity, especially in times of spiritual duress, begs the question: What drives this phenomenon, and how can we sever these unwanted ties? The universe operates on the principles of vibrational frequencies, with every entity emitting its own energetic signature. During spiritual attacks, our aura's frequency can become disrupted, aligning more closely with lower vibrations. This misalignment doesn't just affect us internally, it also attracts external energies that resonate with this lower frequency, creating a cycle of negativity that can be challenging to break. Understanding the law of attraction and repulsion within a spiritual context becomes crucial in these moments. Just as negative energies can be drawn to us, so too can we intentionally align ourselves with higher frequencies, those that uplift and rejuvenate our spirit. Achieving this alignment involves not only awareness, but deliberate action. Our draw to negativity isn't always just spiritual. Thoughts and surroundings matter too. Mixing reflection with our practices brings balance. To cleanse our aura and invite positivity, we can engage in various techniques that elevate our vibrational state. Utilizing sound healing, such as Tibetan singing bowls or chanting, can recalibrate our energetic frequency, breaking the cycle of negativity. Incorporating elements of nature, like sunlight and fresh air, into our daily routine also acts as a natural aura cleanser, infusing us with vitality. Additionally, adopting a gratitude practice can significantly alter our vibrational frequency. By focusing on gratitude, we shift our energy towards positivity, attracting more of the same. This shift not only enhances our mood, but also strengthens our aura against negative influences. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences, whether through the company we keep or the environments we choose to spend time in, further reinforces our energetic boundaries. By consciously creating a circle of positivity, we not only protect our aura, but also foster a space where higher vibrations can flourish. Through these practices, we can shift our attraction from negativity to positivity, transforming our energetic signature and fortifying our spiritual defenses against unseen attacks, ensuring we navigate our spiritual journey with resilience and grace. Symptom number 6, physical manifestations. Our journey through life is often marked by physical sensations and challenges that at times may elude complete scientific explanation. Sudden aches, overall unwellness. Could these be mere coincidences, or are they the physical echoes of an unseen battle waging within our spiritual realm? This question invites us to delve deeper, considering not just the physical symptoms, but their potential roots in spiritual disturbances. While we explore spiritual contributions to physical sensations and challenges, it's still essential to remember the importance of comprehensive physical evaluations by professionals. This is important because sometimes what manifests physically might have varied causes: scientific, environmental, or psychological. Holistic practices teach us that the body and spirit are not separate entities, but deeply interconnected. When faced with physical symptoms that defy conventional explanations, we're encouraged to look beyond the surface. Could these manifestations be your body's way of signaling a deeper spiritual imbalance? This perspective challenges us to rethink our approach, viewing our physical symptoms not just as isolated incidents, but as part of a larger, perhaps spiritual context. But how do we decipher these bodily messages? The key lies in embracing a holistic approach to our well-being. Techniques like bioenergetic exercises don't just address physical discomfort. They seek to release the emotional and spiritual tensions that may manifest physically. By engaging with practices that align our energy and promote flow, such as Reiki or Qigong, we're seeking to address the spiritual disturbances at their source. Sometimes, incorporating our physical well-being into a spiritual protection plan involves not just exercise and diet, but also deeper practices that harmonize body and spirit. It's about creating a lifestyle that nourishes both our body and spirit. But what does it mean to live in such harmony? How do we balance modern life's demands with the need for spiritual peace and physical well-being? By challenging ourselves to also consider such scientifically or psychologically unexplained symptoms as messages from our deeper selves, we embark on a transformative journey. It's a path that not only leads to self-discovery, but also to a greater understanding of our place in the universe. However, it's important to approach these perspectives as complementary to, and not a replacement for, professional advice. This holistic approach empowers us to live more attuned to our spiritual needs, creating a life that resonates with our true essence. As we draw the curtains on our exploration of the unseen realm of spiritual attacks, we've navigated through the 6 signs that signal such disturbances: unexplained fatigue, clouded judgment, emotional swings, disturbed sleep, attraction to negativity, and physical manifestations. These symptoms, esoteric as they may seem, are crucial indicators of how our aura interacts with the energies around us, attracting negative forces and highlighting the need for protection. It is not just about identifying these symptoms, but also about empowering you with the knowledge to fortify your spiritual resilience. Listening to your intuition, recognizing the signs, and applying the protective measures are important steps towards safeguarding your spiritual well-being. While we've explored these symptoms through a spiritual lens, it's crucial to approach well-being holistically, seeking scientifically established professional help when needed, and acknowledging that our experiences may arise from a blend of spiritual, emotional, and physical factors. Remember, the path to spiritual resilience is ongoing. It's about building an awareness of your energetic environment and adopting a proactive stance against potential attacks. Your aura is your shield, and nurturing its strength is key to maintaining balance and harmony within your spiritual and physical realms. Thanks for watching. I'm curious, how have you protected yourself from spiritual attacks? Comment below. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell for future notifications. Click the video on your screen to discover the 12 hidden universal laws that could transform your destiny.